It's day 2 of my Shooting the Breeze podcast. Welcome. We'll wait for co-hosts to come by, but we will, this today, Friday, May 15th, and we'll get to our news team in a minute, but I just want to thank everybody for their support, and I think this is going to be a great thing because I have some great guests lined up. And it may be a little rough to start, but we'll get through this. And thanks to everybody's patience and really support to want to get on here. So, no further ado, let's go to my next thing, the newscast.
Let's rewind to May 14th, 2026, a day that feels like 5 different headlines collided at once. The kind of news cycle where you look up and think, wait, are we talking about diplomacy, the Supreme Court, border leadership, and a maritime standoff all in one breath? We are.
And it all has that high-stakes chessboard energy. Big countries making big moves, institutions making big decisions, and people at home feeling the ripple effects. Where do you even start?
Start with the scene everyone's watching, President Trump in China, sitting down with President Xi Jinping. On paper, there are trade conversations, the familiar push and pull of 2 massive economies trying to get what they want without giving up too much.
But then comes the warning that changes the temperature in the room. Xi isn't just talking tariffs or market access. He's essentially putting a bright red circle around Taiwan and saying, if this gets mishandled, it could turn into something much bigger. Level bigger.
That's the tension right there. You can have negotiators talking about deals, but one sentence about Taiwan reminds everyone the relationship isn't just economic. It's strategic. It's military. It's about power and boundaries and what happens when neither side wants to blink.
And while that summit unfolds, the story doesn't stay neatly on one continent. Because at nearly the same time, the Middle East is sending its own signals, and they're not subtle.
Near the Strait of Hormuz, tensions spike. Reports come in about one ship being seized and another going down. Whatever the exact chain of events, the message is the same. This is a shipping choke point that the world can't ignore, and the pressure there can escalate fast.
So you've got high-level talks happening in one part of the world, and in another, the kind of maritime incidents that make analysts sit up straight. It's like the global system is testing where it's most fragile.
Now bring it back home. Because while international tension builds, the U.S. Supreme Court drops a decision that hits everyday life directly: access to the abortion pill.
The court restores a ruling that keeps it legal for the medication to be prescribed via telemedicine and delivered by mail. In practical terms, it preserves a pathway that many patients rely on, especially in places where clinics are far away or legal restrictions have made access harder.
And this isn't just a legal technicality. It's about the infrastructure of healthcare. Whether the system treats medication like something you can access through modern medicine and modern logistics, or whether it forces people back into narrower routes that can be costly, slow, or simply impossible for some.
It's one of those rulings where the headline sounds procedural, but the effect is real. It shapes who can get care when they can get it and what barriers they face.
Then there's another kind of shift, less ideological, maybe, but still consequential. Leadership at the border. The U.S. Border Patrol chief is stepping down, and it's happening amid a broader churn of immigration officials.
Turnover like that isn't just a staffing note. It's a signal. It can mean internal disagreement, burnout, policy whiplash, or a system under strain that can't keep steady leadership in place.
And for an issue as politically charged and operationally complex as border security, instability at the top tends to trickle down. It affects morale, coordination, and how consistent enforcement looks from one month to the next.
So here we are, diplomacy with warnings, a flashpoint at sea, a court ruling with personal impact, and a leadership exit at the border. And somehow, the markets decide to add their own headline.
Because on this same day of geopolitical and domestic tension, the Dow closes above 50,000. That number is symbolic, almost surreal. It's a milestone that sounds like celebration, even when everything else feels unsettled.
It raises that question people always ask. What is the market actually measuring? Confidence? Momentum? A belief that the biggest risks won't hit the balance sheet. At least not today?
Or maybe it's a reminder that the financial world and the real world can move on different tracks for a while, until they don't. until a warning becomes a crisis, a standoff becomes disruption, or a policy shift becomes a lived reality for millions.
If you're trying to tie the day together, it's about pressure points. Taiwan, Hormuz, reproductive health care access, border leadership, and the economy hitting a historic number in the middle of it all.
And maybe the takeaway isn't that everything is falling apart. It's that the stakes are visible, almost unusually visible. The world is making big decisions in real time, and you can feel the tension in the headlines.
That's it for today. If you're listening and thinking, how can all of this be happening at once? You're not alone. We'll be watching what de-escalates, what hardens, and what becomes the story that won't let go.
The NFL has officially unveiled its full 32-team schedule for the season, highlighted by an opening night Super Bowl rematch between the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. Simultaneously, the first round of the PGA Championship is underway, with Scottie Scheffler sharing the early lead, while major developments hit the NBA, NHL, and upcoming FIFA World Cup. Yahoo Sports +1 NFL schedule release and key matchups. Kickoff game: the Seattle Seahawks will host the New England Patriots on a special opening Wednesday night game where Seattle will raise its Super Bowl banner. Holiday marquees: the league is heavily leaning into holiday broadcasting. The Kansas City Chiefs will host the Buffalo Bills on Thanksgiving night, and the annual awards show is officially moving to Netflix. International slate: the Patriots are scheduled for a regular season return trip to Germany for the first time since 2023. Yahoo Sports +4 golf: PGA Championship Round One leaderboard tie. Scottie Scheffler is among 7 co-leaders after a strong opening round at Aronimink. McIlroy and DeChambeau struggle. Rory McIlroy endured a rough finish to card a poor opening score, while Bryson DeChambeau fell out of immediate contention after shooting a 6/76. CBS Sports +2 NBA and NHL postseason shakeups, NHL coaching carousels. The Edmonton Oilers have fired head coach Chris Knobloch following a first-round playoff exit, despite piloting the team to back-to-back Stanley Cup finals in his first 2 seasons. NBA executive movement: the Chicago Bulls have hired Orlando Magic executive Steven Mervis to serve as the primary right-hand man to general manager Bryson Graham. Yahoo Sports +3 global soccer and 2026 World Cup prep halftime mega show. FIFA announced that Madonna, Shakira, and BTS will jointly headline the first ever World Cup final halftime show at